Oh, check, check, 1, 2. All right, I'm live. So it would seem. There's no one on channel yet, so we'll just hang out and wait for everyone. Dum 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 dum. All right. We are live. Smith Stack coming at you for my birthday live episode. All right. So just working out a couple of little kinks here before we fully get started. All right, so back with another one of those pack cracking vids. Yeah, so it's my birthday. Well, yesterday was my birthday. So today I'm doing a little live stream. I'm going to open up a few packs, going to talk about some decks that I've got. And then, of course, the big item for today, I will be opening my Final Fantasy gift box, gift bundle, including the collector booster that's in there and the promo pack that comes with it. So that's going to come up a little bit later. I'm aiming to do that at about 2 o'clock. So for now, what we're going to do is talk a little bit about Magic the Gathering. So recently, as recent as the last year, we've been dealing with a 25% tariff hike on all trading cards in Canada. And that was imposed by the Liberal government about a year ago. And so the cool thing is that in September, now that tariff is going to be removed. So hopefully we will see a decrease in the price of Magic the Gathering boosters, along with all other boosters like Lorcana and Star Wars Universe, which is a couple of sets that I enjoy opening on the channel as well. So hopefully that all comes to fruition September 1st. Often when those kinds of things happen, prices don't change right away, but it sure would be nice in these cases because, of course, we've got those new collector boosters coming in for the Spider-Man set as well as the Avatar set, which currently in Canada are priced ridiculously, not only because of the exchange rate that we have to deal with, but of course those 25% tariffs have also increased the prices, and the projection of those prices has not changed yet. Although the announcement, I believe, just happened yesterday. So hopefully we see some change in the pricing that we've seen, around the internet and in the local card shops for these awesome cards that we love to collect. So that's something that I'm really, really looking forward to. Now, another thing that I was thinking about doing today was going through a couple of decks that I've put together over the last year. Let me see if I can show you. I've got, this is actually what I consider to be my mouse deck. So it's a Bloomburrow. I've got the nice Bloomburrow box for it. And I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I've got in this deck right now. It's ever changing. I haven't listed any of these decks, of course, because, I do change them a lot, update them as I get new cards. Of course, there's a bunch of lands in there. We've got Rogue's Passage, Temple of Triumph, Manifold Mouse, which I love. You know, we play this in our in my friend group. We like to play pretty much any cards. We don't really ban anything, so a lot of this stuff we just play. Whisker Quill Scribe, Patchwork Banner. You know, this card skyrocketed in value when Bloomborough first came out. And then, of course, it's gone down in value a little bit, but I really feel like it's still an excellent card. Because, of course, you get to choose creature type, so it's great for any tribal type deck that you want to use. And then creatures you control of that chosen type get +1/+1, and you get to add 1 mana of any color, and it costs 3. So it's an excellent card, and could be in, like I said, pretty much any tribal style deck that you have. Of course, in this one, you would choose mice. Heartfire Hero, another one of those cards that you just can't really get away with in Standard anymore, but here it is. I think this is an awesome one. Because, of course, he grows whenever he's the target of a spell or ability that I control. And all of the other cards that I have often target other creatures that I control that are out on the board. So, of course, then when he dies, if they dare to kill this card once it's being pumped up, it's going to deal that much damage equal to its power to every opponent. So, very dangerous card. I love this one, the Short Bow. It's an uncommon, and it's not, like it has a bunch of value or anything, but giving your creatures +1/+1, vigilance and reach, for an equip cost of 1, it's a fantastic item, and it can really make things difficult, especially when you're building up smaller creatures into larger creatures. Then this one really kicks some butt for that reason. And there's another Manifold Mouse. That one's in the special treatment. Very nice card. And look at the artwork. I mean, he's dangerously cute. And then, of course, you've got the full art lands from Bloomborough. I've got quite a few of those in this deck. Adaptive automation. Honestly, I'm not really sure why I've got this in here so much. It's tribal, right? It becomes the creature type, and then other creatures you control get the chosen type +1/+1. But I could probably find better creatures than this. But for 3, it's really good value. And I mean, it fits in for tribal pretty much anywhere. A Braid. So this is just a removal card that I put in there just to kind of help along, keep the board state in my favor. So you can destroy a target artifact, or you can deal 3 damage to a target creature. Pretty useful for 2. And then we've got Might of the Meek, which this one can be surprising. So creature gains trample till end of turn, and it gets +1/+0 if you control a mouse, and you draw a card. So, I mean, a lot of value there. Sometimes I play this just to draw the card. I mean, that's not a bad reason. You see, I'm looking over at the other screen here today, you guys, because I did set up a second screen. So, working with some new equipment as well. So, the Rockface Village. Now, I mean, it's kind of always a good thing to have some of these non-basic lands. I mean, it only adds red for casting creature spells, but I mean, you want to cast a lot of creature spells, so why not, right? And of course, you guys, if you have any questions or you want to say something in chat, feel free. I've got the chat open. I can see it as we're going here. So you can spend 1 and tap. Target lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. And you can only activate that as a sorcery. But I mean, that's what you're doing with haste anyway. So yeah, I mean, if you've got enough mana and you want to put something out, it's a little bit bigger, you can spend 1 more and give it haste so it can attack that turn. Mind Sparker. Now, again, this is another one that doesn't necessarily belong in this deck, but it has first strike for 3, and it's a 3/2. And whenever an opponent casts a white or blue instant or sorcery spell, this creature deals 2 damage to that player. So, a lot of people play white and blue, right? I mean, a lot of people do. Especially blue. There's a lot of people out there that love to try and control your board state as much as possible. And it would be great if you could just deal 2 damage to them every time that they try. Here's the Sunspine Lynx. Now, as you can remember, like the Sunspine Lynx is actually on the deck box there. So, and I've got the extended art, alternate art showcase edition of the Sunspine Lynx here. So players can't gain life when this creature is in play, which is quite handy. Damage can't be prevented, which is also quite handy. And then, of course, the Sunspine Lynx enters and deals damage to each player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls. Like I said earlier, a lot of people play non-basic lands, so you're probably going to do some damage when this thing comes into play, and no one's going to be able to do anything about it. Not to mention, it is a 5/4 for 4, so you're getting a little bit of extra value just in the power that it has. So in my opinion, this is a great card. A lot of people say, oh, well, you got that in there. I think it's great value. You're definitely going to get your mana's worth out of this. Brambleguard Captain. Here's another uncommon that is quite useful, especially in this mouse deck. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +X+0 until end of turn, where X is Brambleguard Captain's power. So, as you can imagine, there's other cards that pump Brambleguard Captain, and then also this guy can target creatures like Manifold Mouse and Heartfire Hero and trigger their abilities as well. So it's very synergistic. Electro Dominance. Now, this one doesn't really belong in there other than it's, decent for removal, or if you really want, if you've got someone down to the ropes and you just need to do a little bit more damage, you can do face damage with this card too. So why not, right? And there's another Might of the Meek, Manifold Mouse. Offspring, also a very kind of a slept-on sort of feature that you can have on these cards. Of course, it gives you a 1/1 copy of the same card. And this one gives you double strike or trample until end of turn. Of course, triggering the Heartfire Hero again. Soul Seer. So again, some more removal. So great for getting rid of Planeswalkers, which I find don't come up as much anymore. People don't play a lot of Planeswalkers, I find, at least not in my play group. And I haven't seen a lot of people, when I've gone to the LGSs to play, I haven't really seen a lot of Planeswalkers come up. But this is useful either way. You can do 5 damage to a creature or a Planeswalker. And of course, it penetrates through Indestructible, which is pretty cool, right? And there's another beautiful full art land. Playful Shove. Again, another underrated card. Playful Shove deals 1 damage to any target, and you draw a card for 2. It's pretty good, right? I mean, some of these Bloomborough cards are underrated powerful. It's very good. Ball Lightning. This one's self-explanatory. Doesn't really belong in a mouse deck, right? But I mean, it's a 6/1 with trample and haste, and so you put it out there. The whole point of this is just to swing with it right on that turn, and then it fizzles, right? So at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice this creature. So I mean, there's other ways that you could use this to better effect in like a deck that does a lot of sacrifice triggers, but I don't know. I put it in there just so I could have some extra removal, or again, swing when my opponent, maybe they don't have any blockers out and they weren't expecting it. Well, here's a 6/1 for 3 right to your face. So yeah, it's good. And then Swift Boots. We all love Swift Boots. So giving hexproof and haste, excellent. But this is mostly for the hexproof, because these mice, they start to get bigger, and then I don't want them to be targeted. So what I'll try to do is put Swift Boots and the short bow on the same creature, and then, I'm pretty much covered. Vigilance, reach, hexproof. It's kind of hard to deal with. So that's a fun combo. Abraded Bluffs. This one does damage to your opponent when it comes into play, just for fun. Quake Tusk Boar. Now, this is just a fairly powerful creature. I mean, because it's a 5/5 for 5, so the value is already there, and then you get reach, trample, and haste. So, yeah, I mean, this one's pretty self-explanatory again. Doesn't really, really work with mice, but it is a Bloomburrow card, so it fits the theme. Which one do you mean, Cassandra? Another ball lightning. There's that Sunspine Lynx. And I've got lightning bolts in there as well. Yeah, lightning bolts, of course, classic. Oh, the boots. Yeah, that one actually, the boots, that specific one, I actually got from the Foundation's. It was like a box. I think it was the Instant Starter box or something like that. And it came with a whole bunch of great cards, a lot of Commander basics, that sort of thing. And I used them in 60 card format to mess with my friends. Mabel. So this is the only card with white in this deck. Probably going to change this deck up a little bit to be more of a Boros deck on the whole. But I love Mabel, so you can't have a mouse deck without Mabel, and this is a really nice foil alternate art showcase of Mabel. Isn't it beautiful? And I love that she creates the Crag Flame, and then you can add that Crag Flame to whichever creature you want, of course, equip 2. So again, you put the Crag Flame, you put the Swift Boots, and you put the Short Bow on your choice. I mean, for me, I would put it on Heartfire Hero if I could, because you can pump Heartfire Hero a lot. And then, of course, it's like, well, even if you wanted to, you couldn't kill him. But if he gets big enough with the boots on, and if he's smacking people out of the air, I mean, you could just end up blocking with it and having it die and then doing that damage to everybody at the table. You got to watch out, though, because if there's enough people at the table, they're going to get you after. Yeah, another Brambleguard Captain, and there's another Swift Boots. And another Playful Shove, Brambleguard, another Heartfire. I think I got 2 in this deck, and 2 of the Patchwork Banners. I just love this card. I think it's fantastic. I wish I had 50 of them so that I could put them in a bunch of different tribal decks. More Lightning Bolt, Uncharted, Amberheart Challenger. So this guy for 2, he has haste and prowess, which, it temporarily buffs him. And then Valiant. So whenever he becomes the target of a spell or ability that you control the first time each turn, exile the top card of your library until the end of your turn. You can play that card. So you can gain a little card advantage with this guy. So, synergistic with those Brambleguard Captains again. And so there's a second Rogue's Passage in there. So yeah, basically pump up a big mouse and then get the Rogue's Passage out there and then just swing right through. That's kind of how this deck works. There's another Manifold Mouse. Another Quake Tusk Boar. Skewer the Critics. I've won a couple of games with this just by doing 3 face damage. So it's great to have. I mean, it just works, right? I mean, it costs 3, but if you're out of lightning bolts and this is your last resort and you just need to deal 3 damage, bada bing bada boom. Yeah, so that's my mouse deck. It is a 60 card format. And there's a few things that I've got in the sideboard here. Extra lightning bolt, skull crack, a couple extra cards. Season of the Bold. I've tried this a few times and I just find that it's too expensive for what you get a lot of the time. I mean, the treasure tokens are great, but you're spending the mana to get them anyway. So I don't know. It's I mean, you can save them for next turn and then you got doubled up, right? So it's good. It's just when you first have 5 mana, you're probably looking to do something other than what's on these cards. Or that's on this card, I find. And then I had some 3-tree mascots in there, changelings. Those are great for your tribal decks as well if you just don't have enough of what you usually would want. Some more playful shove. This, I mean, didn't really belong in there, but vehicles are cool, and so it's in the sideboard, just for fun. Same with the rolling ham sphere. Pyromancer's goggles. I'm gonna move this to a different deck, but it's in the sideboard here for now, because you know it's killer. You can just make copies of your red spells, and you can add another red mana for those spells. It's great. Taurine Maulers. I mean, again, for tribal, it works pretty good. Yeah, and it's, you know, whenever an opponent casts a spell, putting a +1/+1 on this creature is pretty awesome. So yeah, it's in the sideboard. I might put it back in. For 3, it's pretty darn good. Fire Annihilation. Yeah, Enchanted Carriage creates 2 1/1 white mouse creature tokens, which, you know, it can be helpful in this mouse deck. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Did I choose the right stuff to be in the deck for now? Maybe you have other ideas. Anyway, that's my Bloomborough mouse deck in the Sunspine Links box. Since you're on here, Cassandra, and I imagine you've got David on there with you too, this was a nice thing that I received when I came to work yesterday. And, oh, thanks, Necrodancer. I appreciate that. I think it's pretty solid too. Yeah. It gets a little scary, right? Anyway, so this is a little gifty poo that David brought for me to work. David, if you're on here, and Cassandra, thank you guys so much for the lovely gifts. Look at this cool pin. Hey, isn't that neat? It's not a toy. Ages 16 plus. If you're not 16 or older, you will probably hurt yourself with this pin. Just saying. That's very cool. And I don't know whether to keep it in box, because I love keeping some of the stuff like this in box, or if I actually want to pull it out and put it on my backpack or something. So I might just put that on like my backpack strap. So that's really cool. And then they also gave me this nice Sid Timeless Artificer. And that's the Final Fantasy IV Sid. Very cool. And this artist signed chromatic star. Like, oh my god, you guys, thank you so much for this chromatic star. I will cherish it always. Always. Very cool, right? You sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, and then when it's put in the graveyard, you draw a card. And all that for 1. Great card. Thanks so much, you guys. Yeah, so it's been a cheerful birthday already. And, you know, it's nice to see a few people on stream here. Let me see, who do we have? Who do we have? We got Cassandra, Necrodancer. Oh, I guess the others, you guys don't have your information set to public, so I can't shout you out. But I got Cassandra and I got Necrodancer. Thanks so much for joining, you guys. It's a real honor to have you here on my stream for my birthday. And it looks like we're getting close to 2 o'clock. Of course, 2 o'clock is when I will be cracking this lovely beauty here. I do want to wait till my #1 streaming buddy, Mr. Snoop, gets on stream. He said he'd be showing up right at about 2 p.m. Calgary time. So I want to wait for him before I start cracking into this. But you guys, how exciting is that, right? That's pretty cool. It's going to get cracked, oh, you know, in the next 10-15 minutes here. So in the meantime, I did pick up a couple of just simple little packs for my birthday the other day. I went and picked up this this deck box, the Sidewinder. It's one of the Edge of Eternity Sidewinder deck boxes, and there's a deck in there too. Pretty hastily constructed, but we'll go through it maybe at the end of the stream. Or I might get into it if Snoop's not here yet. We might just discuss it for a little while and until he gets here. let's see here. So we've got Throne of Eldraine. We've got Outlaws of Thunder Junction. What do you guys think? Should we open Throne, or should we open Thunder Junction first? Or does nobody care? Thanks so much for the birthday wishes there, Cassandra. Can't go wrong with Cowboys. Hey, you're right. Yeehaw! Or Yahoo! Don't have my cowboy hat on me today, but there's your Thunder, Outlaws of Thunder Junction play booster. Let's crack it open. Birthday pulls. Live on stream. All right, we got Mine Raider. Take the Fall. Fake Your Own Death. Take Up the Shield. Ambush Gigapede. Rodeo Pyromancers. Wait, Ambush Gigapede. Is that like a certain famous person whose list shall not be named? Lassoed by the Law. Gold Rush. Tomb Trawler. Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen that one. Binding Negotiation. You know what? I hope there's a Bristly Bill in here. Railway Brawler. Well, there's a mythic. Let's check him out. So he's a Railway Brawler, Rhino Warrior, Reach and Trample. He costs 5. He's a 5/5. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put X +1/+1 counters on it where X is its power. So you double the creature's power? Am I right about that? Because it's not this creature's power, it's where X is its power. So I guess you double the creature's power that comes into play? Wow, imagine cheating a Progenitus out with this on the board. That'd be pretty cool. And then it's got Plot for 4. You may pay 4 and exile this card from your hand. Cast it as a sorcery at a later turn without paying its mana cost. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad, right? That's not bad at all. Actually, I think that's quite good. Huh. I keep getting all these nice, juicy green cards recently. And I've got my green cheat deck, which is kind of based around the giant Cactuar. But a lot of these other creatures have kind of been taking over, in my mind, what I'd like to have in that deck. All right, moving on. Fling. Hey, that's another of those cool-looking newspaper treatments. Huh, maybe I'll put this into the mouse deck, or at least in the sideboard, because I've got a few of these in there, and it's just kind of cool. So as an additional cost to this spell, you sacrifice a creature, of course. Fling deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. I mean, classic, right? And for 2, can't go wrong. And then we got our foil here. It's a Failed Fording. And being a common foil, failed is the opportune word. Well, no Bristling Bill. That's a shame. Oh, and I didn't even get a token. I got the advertisement card, you guys. But I still think it was a decent pack. I mean, I think, you know, Railway Brawler, obviously the best card of that pack, but Fling is great too. So, very, very happy with the cards that I just pulled. Hope you guys are too. What do you think, Necro? Railway? Probably Railway, huh? Well, we might as well keep on keeping on here. And see if we can pull anything from this cool Throne of Eldraine's. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? A lot of good interactions. Yeah, I think it would have a lot of great interactions. Okay, let's see. Throne of Eldraine, Blast from the Past. Outflank. Didn't say please. Of course, these are like fairy tale cards for anyone that's not in the know. Weaselback Red Cap. I mean, for a common, that's actually not a bad card. Right? I mean, 1 for 1. You just play them, and then next turn you can bump them. Good start. Spore Cap Spider. Not bad. Forever Young. Man, some of these cards are classic. Even the commons are pretty decent in this set. Witch's Cottage. Marleaf Rider. For 2, it's a 3/1. Henge Walker. Okay. Searing Barrage. Searing Barrage. Beloved Princess. 1/1 with lifelink. Oh yeah, you can sneak this through. Shambling Suit. Okay, yeah, if you've got like a mirror deck or an artifact creature deck or something, this is pretty good actually. Mystic Dispute. Oh, Heraldic Banner. Not bad. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the other banner that I showed you guys in my mouse deck. It's not as good because it's +1/+0, but you know, same vein, same sort of thing. It's the same cost though, so you know, the Patchwork banner is definitely better in my opinion. Midnight Clock. I don't think I've seen this one actually. So for 3, you can add a blue mana, and then for 3, you can put an hourglass counter on Midnight Clock. At the beginning of each upkeep, put an hour counter on Midnight Clock. When the 12th hour counter is put on, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards, exile Midnight Clock. Okay. That's cool. That's great. Like if you're playing against someone who's milling the heck out of you, like I did last night. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, this would be great against mill decks. And then we got a mountain and a fairy token. So that deck or that pack was not as good, but yeah, Midnight Clock is the card from that pack for sure. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right. Well, it is now 2:04 Calgary time. And, you know, I do want to get to opening this wonderful gift bundle that I got here. I mean, that's what you do on birthdays, right? You open up your gifts. And what better gift to open than a Final Fantasy gift bundle box? Ooh, look at that, you guys. How shiny. Super shiny. Yes, sir. All right. Okay, well, you guys, I'm just going to start cracking into it. But let's take a look at the box here. So, includes your booster box, gift bundle. You know, you got your seals on either side here, right? So, we're going to strip it there. And on the back, a leveled up bundle for Final Fantasy fans. This gift bundle is the perfect present for Magic and Final Fantasy enthusiasts alike, featuring a full inventory of surprises including foil lands, an exclusive spin down life counter, and a collector booster pack with special cards. Fans are sure to smile when they see it, even especially if that fan is you. Ooh, does it make you guys smile? I mean, it makes me smile. Look at the big smile on my face. Here's everything you get. But they don't show you the collector booster. They just say it right here. So this and this are what we're after. Because, I mean, there could be a golden chocobo. I mean, chances are low, right? But the chances are there. Can you imagine if we just were to open this up and there's a golden chocobo worth tens of thousands of dollars inside? I mean, I'm excited. Oh God. Okay, let's check it out, you guys. If I can rip into this. Oh, I've been waiting so long. I almost don't want to do it, you guys. I've had this box sitting on this table now for like a month and a half. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Oh, look at that. You know what? Hang on. I'm just going to pop this back into the background there. Oh, there's a little card here with some art on it. Let's have a look. That's a Freet. That's cool. Huh, I gotta find somewhere to put that up. Oh, upside down. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Valefor or something like that. Something from Final Fantasy 14, possibly. Very cool. You get all the goodies, you know? These bundles, they come with all the goodies. Oh, look at the foil storage box that you get with this. It's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous, you guys. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Let's just take my face out of it so you can kind of see this a little bit better. Look at that. Final Fantasy. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Let's get it open. First thing, you got your special spin down life counter. Sparkly. A sparkling diamond. Oh my goodness. That's like a magicite right there. Look at that. That's just beautiful. Oh my god, you guys. Look at, I'm just going to take this out first. And it's got some tokens, counters, that sort of thing, right? I mean, I don't really use these. I try to just keep them. So that's probably going to go back in the box itself. And then we got our stuff here. So there are a couple of packs of land cards in here. So yeah, let's bear that in mind. Maybe we'll kind of take a look at those first. Oh yeah, okay, so there's the collector booster box. Oh, yeah, it's right at the top, you guys. So we know we got Kefka, Court Mage. Now that's exciting even unto itself. Look at that. Foil Kefka. Okay, so we'll come back to that, and then there's the other land pack. So in here is going to be another promo card of that kind of type, and then the foil lands, I'm guessing. And then we've got 9 of these Final Fantasy Play Boosters. We're going to open them all. So, starting with something exciting. Of course, we've already seen the Kefka Court Mage. Let's see what the other card is in there. Because there's 2. You get 2. Okay. I'm shaking a little bit, you guys. Have a little nice look at that Kefka. That's beautiful. Kate Sith. Okay. It's not a big hit, but I don't have this yet, and so I'm quite happy to receive it. Nice foil extended art Kate Sith. Right, and then it's going to be foil lands, right? All these beautiful full art foil lands. Look at that. Oh yeah, they're pretty. Right? So pretty. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I mean, we got Kefka just off the hop. That's a freaking awesome card right there. What do you guys think? Nice. Okay, well, I got to get a little bit more organized here. All right, so, because we're going to pull some cards. I imagine there's going to be a few decent ones. So we've got a Mythic there. We've got some extended art there. I'll try and keep, things kind of sorted properly. I mean, we could open this. It really is just basic lands, I believe, or full art basic lands, non-foil. But let's just take a look, just in case. I don't want to miss anything, you know? So we'll just go through them. Oh, yeah. They're beautiful. These are the non-foil ones. So, and then a couple of the rules. If you guys want to learn how to play, Get these little rule cards. Ah, excellent. Okay, and then we've got a pile of Final Fantasy play boosters. They didn't. I don't think they did a land for every Final Fantasy. I mean, they're all here. All of the lands are here. So let's have a look. That's Final Fantasy 12, 7, 15. Maybe they did. 13, 10, 8, 14, 2, 5. Let's see. 6, 4. I think that we're back around, yeah. Now, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. I mean, there's enough there. Even 16. So, yeah, I guess they did. Yeah, isn't that Kafka beautiful? You guys have that card, don't you? I'm pretty sure you guys have that one. All right, let's get cracking. Snoop, if you're just joining us, I hope you're here. Let me actually, I'll check and see if he's here. Oh, I don't see him yet, but I hope you're here, Snoop. I'm sorry I did have to start without you. Maybe you're watching it later. All right, these ones have the good cards on top. So since there's 9 packs, I think we'll just go through them, you guys. So you get a hero token. You get a full art land. Boom. Eden, Seat of the Sanctum in foil. So yeah, that's your foil card up front. So that's an uncommon land foil. Dion, Bahamut's Dominant. Not bad. Not bad. It's not in foil or anything, of course, but that's pretty cool. So we'll put him up here with Kate Sith. And we got Moogle's Valor. That's a great card. Yeah. I wish they had made more Moogle cards, though. Like, there's only, what, like 4, I think, actual Moogle cards, and then one that produces Moogle tokens. So, in my honest opinion, I think that's not enough Moogles. So, but we'll see how things turn out in the future. Maybe the set that they bring out for Christmas time might have more. Ash, she's all right. Ether, Gladulus, Monk's Fist, Laughing Mad, Summon Chocomog, Retrieve the Esper, Resentful Revelation, Airship Crash, and Mysidian Elder. Okay, so that's pack number 1, you guys. Pack 1, we got Dion. Not too bad. All right, pack number 2. Pack number 2. Whoop. That just flipped right up. All right, so we got a hero token. We got the Wastes. That's from Final Fantasy 16. Ooh, Magic Damper is our foil. Not so great. Venat. Yeah, that's not the best. It's okay, I guess. Oh, okay, the Regalia. A lot of people don't like this card, but I think it's kind of cool. It crews for only 1. So, I mean, it's not that bad, and it has haste. So, I mean, yeah, for 4, but I think it's pretty decent. If you've got a 1/1 creature out there, and you've got 4 mana, and this is your only play, great. But, yeah, there's probably better cards. That's still cool. And 2 rares in that pack. Poo Poo UFO. I actually really like this card. It's an uncommon, right? But you can play a land card from your hand onto the battlefield with it. So you can play extra lands. So this would be really good, you know, with the Chocobos, with all of their landfall. And then, of course, if you're using towns as those lands. Because it's not basic land, it's put a land, right? So you can put towns out. And then, of course, until end of turn, base power becomes equal to the number of towns you control. So I think that's a pretty cool card for an uncommon. For 2, it's quite good. Summon Esper Ramu. Zaz's Chocobo. Here's another really good uncommon. I'm sure you guys all know. And if you don't know, this gets a lot of play in Alchemy. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I just going to bring my face back up here so you can see my smiling face about Saz's Chocobo. Look at that little cute little guy. A lot of people slept on 13. I mean, yeah, sure, the battle system wasn't the greatest for Final Fantasy 13, but it was still a very charming game, and I played all the way through. Personally, I preferred Final Fantasy 13 2. I've heard a lot of people don't like that one too, but I thought it was really good. Zack Fair, decent. Instant Ramen, this was one of my favorite moments of Final Fantasy 15, playing through the game. It makes you laugh pretty hard when he just starts going on about the cup noodles. I mean, they couldn't do it as cup noodles in here, obviously, for copyright purposes, I imagine, or they didn't want to buy the rights to use cup noodle. But it was pretty awesome in the game. Blatant advertisement. Curl, actually use this card sometimes for a common. It's quite good because you can tap target non-enchantment creature. And most creatures that people play are non-enchantments. I mean, you're unlucky if you're playing against someone with enchantment creatures, though. But I think that's quite good. It's a 2/2 for 2, and you can tap other creatures. Like, yeah, it's good. Syncopate, meh. Heck Dies, meh. Giesel Greens, yeah, I mean, half decent for a common. Light of Judgment, yeah, okay. All right, so that was pack number 2. Am I pacing this enough, slowly enough for you guys? I hope I'm not going too quick. So here's our third booster. Hope I'm not going too slow either. Let me know. Let me know. Obviously, Kefka is still best card that we've pulled from this box. Oh, we got an art card. Let's take a look. Have I got that the right way? No. Oh, it's Ramu. Yeah, cool. I love the art cards. I mean, a lot of people don't, but if you guys watch my channel, you know I love the art cards. We got our full art mountain. Suplex. Another great moment from the series. I mean, as a foil for a common card, it's not the best foil to pick up, but the moment was awesome that you realized, hey, I can suplex this train, and the animation for it on Super Nintendo was just awesome. So that's a fun one. Hey, Shadowbringers. I don't have this one yet. Is this one of the ones you guys need, Cassandra? Let me know. That's pretty cool. So it's... What? I can't read it. Davin's Veto. So the spell can't be countered. Counter target creature counter target non-creature spell. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, that's cool. So we'll put that over here. Midgar, City of Mako. That's a pretty decent land right there. Yeah, pretty decent. So Reactor Raid. You may sacrifice an artifact or creature. If you do, draw 2 cards. Right? So, I mean, 2 cards for sacrificing a 1/1 or like just a token creature. It's pretty darn good. And then, of course, it's also a land. That's pretty decent. We'll put it there. Omega. Yeah. This is the nice art version of it. I mean, I can say that, right? It's an 8/8. Really nice art on that. Very cool. Yeah, not bad. So I'm going to make a spot for uncommons with cool art. Shantoto. I already have this one, obviously. Elixir. Primal Garuda, not bad. Hilgigas. Weapon Vendor. A lot of people, another card I think people sleep on. Because this card can equip some big stuff for you in an instant if you really want it to. It's expensive at 4 though, so I get it. Sahagin. When I was playing Final Fantasy 1, because that's the first time these came out, like look, this is not from the first, this is from 14. But Sahagins were in Final Fantasy 1, and they were the bane of my existence. When you're on that first boat in the world map, and you get like 9 of these coming at you, yeah, that was brutal. Kutra Forayer, Grand Pulse Ochu, Item Shopkeeper. Yeah, okay. So that was the third pack, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think so far? Oh, you have that one. Yeah, they are hit and miss, but that one, yeah. Some of them are ugly. Some of those Through the Ages cards are just not good looking at all, but most of them are great, especially Yamano stuff. Oh, there's Zidane. And you know, some of these art cards from Final Fantasy are worth a few bucks too. Windrest Federation Center, got a bunch of those. Gold Saucer, not bad for a foil. I mean, it's an uncommon, but Gold Saucer is cool. And look at the foiling, it's very nice. You see the fireworks going off? Sin, okay, not bad. Not awesome, but not bad. Hey, what do you think? He's a 7/7 for 7. Flying whenever Sin attacks or whenever Sin enters or attacks, exile a permanent card from your graveyard at random, then create a tap token that's a copy of that card. If the exiled card is a land card, repeat this process. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. I'm pretty sure I already have that one, but it's good to have another. Side quest, raise a chocobo. Yeah, and it gives you the, of course, the black chocobo on the back, but that's not the real black chocobo. We got Capital City. This one's actually going for a couple bucks, I believe, right now. Pretty decent. Yeah, so it's just mana conversion and cycling, but, you know, pretty cool. We got Overkill. Not as good as the other card that does 9,999 damage. Ambrosia Whiteheart. Yeah, got a bunch of those. Adventurer's Airship. Very common. Priest Wanderings. Dwarven Castle Guard. Magic Damper. Marlborough. This is one of the more uncommon common cards. It's harder to get these, I find, but they do come up. And Chocobo Kick. He's going to kick you. Oh, yeah. One more. Suplex again. All right. Moving right along here, you guys. We are on number 5. Four left after this. Hero Token. Rabinaster is your foil. Yeah, that's a bit disappointing. Another foil. Samurai's Katana. That's actually not bad. So that's the actual foil. It's a common card. But I find like a lot of the equipment in this set is really quite good. GF Cerberus. I don't have this one yet. Sweet. Nice. So the GF Cerberus obviously has a lot of text on there. I'll just go through it quickly. Surveil 1. And then the second one, he does double. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. And then triple. So basically, same thing, triple. That's really cool. For 4, and he's a 3/3. You get him for 3 turns. I mean, if you're using this in a commander deck, and your commander is Tidus, then yeah, you could throw a lot of spells. Summon Fat Chocobo, the cool art version. I don't have this art version yet. That's very awesome. I mean, it's a very common card, but this version of it is not common. So I'm very stoked to be getting that. We'll put that over here with our other, you know, common and uncommon special art cards. Self-Destruct. Swallowed by Leviathan. It's like Pinocchio. Tifa's Limit Break. Magic Pot. Oh, we should roll this one up, you know, and put fire to it. What do you think, you guys? Is that a good idea? Little wacky tobacco. Ahriman. Paladin's Arms. Ice Flan. Shinra Reinforcements. Bard's Bow. That's actually a pretty decent common card right there. Warrior Sword. Again, the equipment, man. I still haven't actually made a Final Fantasy only deck, and I'm going to do that soon. I want to challenge myself to just make a deck entirely out of Final Fantasy cards, and you know, just try and make it as awesome as I can. Just haven't had time to get into that one yet. All right, here we go. Pack number 6. Boom, 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 boom. Hero. There's a full art forest. And we got Kutrub Fourier. That's really not a good foil to get, but whatever. Zodiark, Umbral God. That's meh. Kind of meh. Yeah, kind of meh. But you'll go there. Garland, not bad. Clash of the Icons. Barrett Wallace. Meg Pixie. We got Monk's Fist. Fate of the Suncrest. Dreams of Laguna. Magitech Infantry. Namazu Trader. Town Greeter. Kind of slept on. Light of Judgment. All right. Pack 6, not very good. Pack 7. We're getting closer to that, to breaking open that collector's pack, you guys. There's Barrett Wallace. I was just thinking about that when Barrett passed. I was like, the art is pretty cool, and I like the art card. I have like 3 of these now, but look at that. That's just cool. Great character, too. And they did him a lot of justice in the new Final Fantasies. The voice actor that they got for Barrett is fantastic. So if you haven't played the new Final Fantasy Vigi games and you're into Vigi games, you should really check them out. They're quite good. So Charlian, Nation of Scholars. Not sure if I have this one yet. I mean, I must. I must, because I've opened so many. But let's see. You Are Not Alone. That's your foil. Meh. Hey, Eddie Kramer. That's a full art. I don't have this one yet. And it's Through the Ages. So, oh, it's Teferi. Yeah, this is the Teferi. That one's pretty decent, isn't it, you guys? I'm pretty sure this one is one of the better Through the Ages cards. Is it not? So flash, creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield have flash. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. I mean, and that's before Teferi was a planeswalker, right? So it's a 3/4 for 5, but that's a really good feature, and you can flash it out, right? So that's awesome. That's really cool. Very glad to have that. Put that up there. We got Summon Titan, decent. Another decent card. We got Catch a Fish, Garnet, Albed Salvagers, Freya Crescent, Loporite Scout, Scorpion Sentinel. You are not alone. Yeah, okay. Vane's Treachery, Blitzball Shot, and Haste Magic. Yeah, that's not bad for an uncommon. All right, that was a much better pack. Pack 7, way better than Pack 6. What do you guys think about that? Oh, you have that one. Oh, no, that's from this one. So, do you guys have this one? The Edia Kramer? I mean, you probably do. You guys have like all but like 6 or 7 of them or something, don't you? Anyway, we're on to Pack 8. Busting into it here on a Saturday for my birthday weekend. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, this is one of the ones you guys need. Maybe we could do a trade ski. Hey, perhaps. We get a bird token. It's your foil full art island. That's just beautiful. So that is from Final Fantasy 13. And there are some of the coolest cinematic shots in Final Fantasy 13. And in the game, this is one of them. Are you getting excited there, David? She says, don't get David too excited. Well, I mean, I like to get you guys excited. So maybe we'll have to figure out some kind of a trade. All right. I want to help you guys finish the set because, I mean, I'm not going to finish it nearly as completely as you guys will. So I want to help you get there. Blazing Bomb, that's your foil. I mean, there's worse uncommons to get in foil. The Mass Immune in the extended art, that's a decent pull. Hey, what do you guys think? Look at that. Decent pull. Ooh, there's your Sephiroth in there. So as long as equipped creature is attacking, it has first strike and must be blocked to Fable. And so it also has, if a creature dying causes a triggered ability of this creature or an emblem you own to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Pretty sweet. Right? Yeah, yeah, the art, man. The art. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so that's going to go here. Okay, and we've got Ring of the Luchai. It's okay. Relentless ATM. Diamond Weapon. I actually use this card. I mean, it's actually pretty darn good for the size of it, though. I mean, I cheat this onto the board, right? Like this is one that I have in my green cheat deck, along with the Jumbo Cactuar. Yeah, it smacks. Snoop, you made it, buddy. Hey, thanks for coming. I'm sorry I had to start without you, bud. But you know, I'm glad you're here. We're on pack number 8 from the Final Fantasy Play Boosters. We haven't done the Collector Booster yet, so you're in time for that. Hey, the crystal's chosen. I have the play mat of this. Hey, thanks, Snoop. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Adventures Airship, Sahagin, Aerith Rescue Mission. That was a fun mission in the game, okay? Like, if you guys ever played the first one, and even the new, the remake, very awesome. They did a fantastic job in the remakes. Dragon Wyvern, Black Mage's Rod, and Giesel Green's Red Mage's Rapier. Okay, so we're on to Play Booster Pack number 9, the final Play Booster Pack of the box. And then we'll be cracking into that tantalizing collector booster. All right, we got a hero token. We got a full art planes. Aerith Rescue Mission is your foil. That's not a great card to get as a foil, but hey, there it is. There it is, right? Matoya Archon Elder. You guys, I was hoping for a better card in the last pack, but there we go. Another Gold Saucer, Zidane, Shambling Seath, Lionheart. That's not a bad equipment. Yeah, Snoop, you don't like foil cards at all. Well, I mean, some people do, like me. Adventurer's Inn, not too shabby. Paladin's Arms, Ice Mage, Cornered by Black Mages. I mean, if this doesn't give you PTSD, I don't know what will. Balam T-Rexar, Blazing Bomb. Okay, so pack 6 and pack 9, not very good, but the rest of the packs were quite good, you guys. Like, let's just kind of go through it. We got these 2 Through the Ages cards. Yeah, this one being awesome. Like, that's obviously a rare Through the Ages, and this is a common Through the Ages. But yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. Probably going to be doing a little trade ski on this one. Let's find out. Okay, and then we had some rares just in the regular. Nothing too fancy there. But the Titan's a really good one. Okay, and then we had the Mass Immune. Very exciting. Very cool. Sin was really good too. Like, that's a decent pull. I mean, it's not the fanciest card, but it works, you know. And Dion, I haven't really looked into this, but I'm probably going to end up using it. Let's take a look, actually. Dragonfire Dive. During your turn, Dion and other knights you control have flying. Okay. When Dion enters, create a 2/2 white knight creature token. And for 6, you can exile Dion and return him to the battlefield transformed under owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. What does he turn into? Bahamut Warden of Light. Okay. So that's pretty cool, actually. Wings of Light. Right? Yeah, it is kind of broken. But you got to make a Knights only deck, I think, with this one. So pretty tribal on the Knights there. And then we've got the Kate Sith. This was one of the promo cards that doesn't have like the promo, but it was like one of the foil full art, or not full art, foil extended arts that you get in the box. Kate Sith Fortune Teller. Now, I'm not sure if that one's worth a whole ton of money, but Kate Sith was one of my favorite characters from Final Fantasy VII. I'm not even sure why. It's just he was just kind of cool and fun at the time. I mean, I was quite young when that game came out. So lucky slots at the beginning of combat on your turn, scry 1, then exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. When you exile a card this way, target creature you control gets plus X plus 0 until end of turn, where X is that card's mana value. Okay. I mean, that's pretty useful, and it's straight red, hey? For 4, you get a 3/3. Yeah, I mean, I could see myself using that. So that's a very cool card. But I think, you guys, even with Edia Kramer out there, I think the best card so far is still this foil Kefka Court Mage. Right? I mean, that's awesome. So when Kefka enters or attacks, each player discards a card. Then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. For 8, each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice. Transform Kefka, activate only as a sorcery. And then he becomes Ruler of Ruin. And look at the foiling and art on that. Like the eyes glow a little too. Look at that. That's so cool. And flying, whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. Which one? Oh, the night card? Yeah, I'll bet you it's good. Snoop said there's a guy on the Discord group that he's in that plays that card. Oh, the Kefka. Yeah, a lot of people swear by this Kefka card. I'm gonna do some deck tech and try and figure out, or this might just slip right into my five color ever changing deck. I have actually I might show you guys that one at the end of the stream today. And then we got a couple of cool art, common and uncommon cards there. Nothing too special, but the art is so nice on them. Just love it. And that's a mono, right? Like that's a mono, that's a mono. Isn't it? Oh, maybe not. It just kind of looks a mono-ish. Very cool, though. Anyway, so those are the play boosters, you guys. Now it's time for the pièce de résistance, the collector booster, Final Fantasy, Universes Beyond. Do you guys think there's a golden chocobo in here? I need you to pray for me now, because I really want a golden chocobo. But, even a neon chocobo, oh, just a beautiful little choco buddy would be just so epic and awesome if we could open one in this pack right now. So let's all pray. Okay, that's enough. Let's open it. Okay. Well, what am I looking for? I mean, Sephiroths and Clouds, obviously. Rhystic Study would be awesome. Let's see. Okay, so we got a foil hero token. You guys, I don't even know, because I actually haven't opened, I have a whole box of these, but I haven't opened any of them. I'm not sure if you get the rares up top or not, like you do in the play boosters, but we're about to find out. So, oh God. Joshua, Phoenix is dominant. Yeah, that's good, right? That's better than bad. All right. Oh, okay. So that's the Forseek. Newfound Adventure. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain card. Put that into the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle. And it's a common, common through the ages card. Arden. Oh, okay. Actually, this is one that I really want, because I love the Arden card, and this is the special full art, or sorry, extended art version. He's got such a cool effect where he like brings your creatures out of the graveyard to become 5/5 black demons, and they keep all of their effects. This is such an awesome card. It's just too bad it's not in foil, but that's a really, oh my God, you guys, I'm so happy with this card. Oh God. Okay. Locke. I mean, he was a really fun character. And I don't know if this one's worth a bunch of money or not, but I don't think so. But it's a cool card. So lock can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. And he has the mug feature, which he had in the game itself. So for 3, he's a 2/3. And whenever lock attacks, each player mills a card. If a land card was milled this way, create a treasure token. Until end of turn, you may cast a spell from among those cards. If you guys remember the game at all, he was very insistent that he's not a thief, he's a treasure hunter. All right? There's a big difference, right? He's not a thief, he's a treasure hunter. Yeah, that's cool. Love that that game, and so glad to have Locke as well. Very cool. The Earth Crystal. Oh, nice. I actually don't have this one yet, and it's the full art. I keep saying full art. Extended art version. Pardon me. Yeah, these crystals are really cool. Yeah, same but different. That's right, Snoop. Green spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. If 1 or more +1/+1 counter would be put on a creature you control, twice that many +1/+1 counters are put on that creature instead. This would go well in again in the Tidus commander deck. For 6, distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures you control. Yeah, that's cool. That's nice. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Oh, this needs to go here. This needs to go here. Look at all these cards, you guys. Starting Town. Now that is one of the best lands in the set, if not the best. And look, we got it in foil. Right? So you pay 1 life to add 1 mana of any color. That I'm probably going to put in my 5 color deck. Yeah, definitely. Definitely going in there. Where should I put that? I don't know how to organize these. There's a full art land in foil. We got a Prompto. I mean, there's better cards to get. Summon GF a free, but that's the special art version as well. Cool. Colosseum Behemoth, not a bad uncommon. Summon Shiva. Sweet. Poison the Waters in foil. Dwarven Castle Guard. Resentful Revelation. And Gigantode or Gigantode. Okay, so yeah, that was a pretty great pack. Not gonna lie, that was a pretty great pack. We got quite a few good cards there. So the best card, though, in my opinion, out of that pack, and I'm not sure about card values because I can't check it just at the moment, but I'm going to say Arden the Usurper. From the packs, card of the day. But really, from the box, card of the day, I think, is still Kefka Court Mage in foil, extended art. What a beautiful card. Let's have another look. So nice. All right, you guys. Well, what do you think? Is there one that you guys like better? Did I make the right choice? Maybe this Edia Kramer is your favorite. Maybe. Hey? Or maybe you're just a big fan of Joshua, Phoenix Dominant. That's when he turns into Phoenix there. I mean, this was kind of gross. I mean, I can't wait to see what happens when we actually crack this bad boy open. I'm not ready to do it yet, you guys. You got me to 50 subs, and I wanted to say thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. It means a lot to me. You know, it'd be cool if we could keep this train going. And, you know, if we get to... it seems kind of silly to say, oh, when I get to 100 subscribers, I'll open this super expensive box of collector boosters. But I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll say 100. And then if that does happen, we'll open it. And then we'll see what happens from there. So, yeah. What did you guys think? Necrodancer says, Edia Kramer is basically a win condition. Well, yeah. Yeah. Right? Let's have another look. Right? Because, I mean, then everything you have has flash. Right? And then opponents can really only do so much. They can't play anything on your turn. So, yeah. that's pretty heavy. Very cool. So Necrodancer chooses Ilya Kramer. Oh man, you guys, what do I do now? What do I do with these awesome cards? I totally forgot to bring my sleeves. I didn't bring sleeves up here to kind of get started on this. I really should have. But, you know, what are you going to do? I'm going to collect these up. And then maybe we'll talk about one of these other decks that I got here. You know, I'm just going to put these kind of in an order that makes sense-ish. Oh, no. So let's wrap it up. And I'm going to show you guys that 5-color deck I was telling you about. It's kind of wacky. I run it as an 80-card deck. I don't really want to slim it down because a lot of my play group, what they'll do is they'll play mill card, like mill decks. And so this 80-card deck survives that pretty good, right? And bear with me, they're double sleeved, so look, it looks like a commander deck, right? And I get teased about that. So I'll just kind of, but you guys, I'm jumping right out of this Final Fantasy stuff. I feel kind of bad. I mean, I want to still look at it, but man, okay. I gotta keep going. So in this deck, we've got a lot of crazy random cards. There's going to be a lot of land ramp, mana ramp, and gates. So one of the win cons in this deck is the maze beginning, or the maze's end card. Look, this is a new one that I just put in there for the 5-color, the Infinite Guideline Station. Right? I mean, where are the sleeves when you need them? They're like the police. You get a ton of them around when they're not needed, and then as soon as you need them, they're not there. Diabolic Tutor. This helps a lot. There's another new card that I put in there. This saved my butt last night, actually. Yes, sir. Oko, Thief of Crowns. Banned in pretty much everything, except we don't ban cards in my playgroup, so Oko goes in. He was milled into the graveyard last night, unfortunately. Ramos, Dragon Engine. I mean, it's pretty obvious what else is in this deck if I've got Ramos, right? There's a Coma World Eater in there. Right. So this deck is designed to either get a ton of lands out so that you can play cards naturally for their, like big cards naturally for their mana cost. There's one cheat card in there. This Boros Charm is also very nice and handy and saves things. Yeah, that Coma is nice, hey? Take a look at that. It's beautiful. It's not the good Coma, though. Coma's good, but World Eater's good, but there's a better Coma out there. This one creates the tokens when you actually do damage to a player. So great card, but there's a better Coma out there. See, like this is going to be some mana ramp there. For each color among permanents you control, add a mana of that color. I should, but I don't have the other one. I gotta get my hands on one. You're right, though. I should run them both. Oh man. You guys, so yeah, lots of cool. Yeah, the Boros Charm. This comes in super handy. I wish I had 4 of them. There's a Soul Ring in there, yeah. See, a lot of mana ramp. Solar Array. Oh, here's the star of the show. Foil Progenitus. What do you think of that, you guys? Yeah, I play it. I know I'm crazy for playing a showcase foil like that. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at that. That was from the Foundation set. They call that the showcase. I think they called it a Japanese showcase in that set, even though it's not Japanese, because it was a Japanese artist that drew it, I believe. But yeah, you can see a lot of gates, all the gates. Casualties of War. This is an awesome card that'll save your butt as well. So that's like half the deck. It's a regular foil. I wish it was a fractured foil. If it was a fractured foil, it probably wouldn't be in the deck. Yeah, Zagana is pretty good. See more mana ramp. I've got a few planeswalkers in there that create tokens and give me card draw. Here's Maze's End. This is one of the win cons for the game. So you return this land to its owner's hand, search your library for a gate card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. If you control 10 or more gates with different names, you win the game. And I think there's like 12 gates with different names in this deck. See all these gates, right? There's the Boros Guild gate. Scrawling Crawler. Just for fun, right? Phyrexian Construct. You guys like this card? Scrawling Crawler. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card. So people like you for that. But whenever an opponent draws a card, that player loses 1 life. And so people don't like you for that. It's pretty balanced. Well, I don't know. Drawing an extra card is often worth the life. You know, unless you're really low health, you're probably going to like the card. I just put this in there the other day. Remember we pulled this on stream, the Dominion Bracelet. Didn't get to use it. It got milled. But I'm hoping to use this in the near future and steal my friends' turns right out from under them. Because, like, who wouldn't want to do that? I used this last night to cheat the Progenitus onto the board. Actually worked out. So even though like more than half my deck was milled, yeah, yeah, that would be pretty fun. So Sledge class speed ship. This is from the new set EOE. You stations for 7, and then he has flying. Whenever this spacecraft attacks, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So it's like a Ronus, right? It takes a little extra to make it happen. In that time, people forget what it does because it doesn't do anything at first, so they're not worried about it. And then suddenly it puts a Progenitus onto the board. Yeah, so that's how that happened last night even. Yes, those crazy combos actually do work. Hidden Grotto. I mean, yeah, these are cool. Just mana conversion. I didn't get to use this. I was so unhappy. I wanted to use this. This Halo Fountain. It's from the New Capenna set. And it's gorgeous for one, but the effects are cool, right? Like you pay 1, untap a tap creature you control, create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token, and then if you do 2, you draw a card, and if you do 5, and you untap 15 tap creatures you control, you win the game, right? Yeah, that was a cool one. Hey, I'm glad you remember that one. Vizier of the Menagerie is cool too. You can look at the top card of your library anytime. You can cast creatures from there, and you can spend any type of mana to cast the creature spells. So that also works really well in this deck because I can get a lot of land out, but I don't necessarily have all of the right color. So this guy can kind of sneak things on too. Predator Ooze. So see, like this deck is about misdirection as well. Kind of make people think I'm doing one thing when I'm not, and I'm trying to do another. So this will make them think I'm trying to build counters and kind of take over the game that way. When really there are several different other aims for this deck. Gain mana ramp. Gate Colossus, just a big swinger. Sire of 7 Deaths. I think he just belongs in this deck because he's nasty. And like I just want to bring out as many nasty kind of like left field threats as I can possibly bring out and just like make people go, wait, what is happening here? And it's like, okay, well, you want to target this guy? Well, you got to pay 7 life. This is one of my favorite cards right here. Oh yeah, big nasty. Yeah. Shimmering Grotto. Jungle Shrine is a 3-color land, which is always good in a 5-color deck. More mana ramp. Mana. There's an Ugin in here. Birds of Paradise. It's a beautiful birds, don't you think? This one actually came out of a Bloomborough collector booster that I had a while back. Not on channel. But isn't that a beautiful bird of paradise? Yeah, there you go. You've got that one too. Yeah, Snoop says he's got that one too. Solar Blaze, little removal there. Safe Passage. And then here's a big star of the show. Nicol Bolas. Yeah, that's the Nicol Bolas Planeswalker, the one that steals creatures and destroys permanents. And yeah, it's awesome. This is such a great card. Like, if you can sneak it out there, this is an epic card. Unfortunately, last night he got milled into my graveyard. This card. So what ended up happening is this guy was milling everyone's decks, and I plopped this down on the board, and suddenly I had a 37/37 creature, and yeah, I kind of got targeted after that. But this is such a cool card, Consuming Aberration. I don't know if you guys have seen this one before, but it's awesome. This one comes out of the Foundation set, but it's an older card too. So his power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your opponent's graveyards. Right, so someone's milling like 10s and 20s and 30s of cards. Yeah, this thing gets nasty pretty quick. We got another gate. Another gate. Oh, this was that triome that I got from New Capenna as well. I've been finding the New Capenna cards to be somewhat useful. I've put them in decks, you know. Final Revelation. I wanted to play this last night too. Because if you can pay 12, then this one pretty much wins the game. Have you ever used this one, Necrodancer? I don't know if you're still on stream, but have you ever used this one? I think this is a cool card. And then we got Moonlight Meditation, another new one from the EOE set. I really enjoy this card. There's more mana ramp. This one's a good tutor. Yeah, more ramp. Yeah, so as you can see, it's like a ton of ramp. That's why I need 80 cards in this deck. So there's way more monsters or creatures in there that cost more than 5 mana. So I basically made it a larger deck just so that I could play all those creatures and have the land to play them. So what type of game? So pretty much any format that isn't Commander. Really what you're looking at is 60 cards or more. So there's no real cap. You may have seen some memes out there. Like I think there was a tournament a while back where somebody brought like 1,000 card deck. And the rules are supposed to be that as long as you can shuffle it, you can play it. But there's different rules for different tournaments and this sort of thing. And so, yeah, there have been some times when that has gone down and people have brought massive decks. Yes, I take a little bit of flack for it, right? And you kind of become a bit of a target, but I think it's fun. Yeah, totally is a thing. So before I head out here, you guys, it's already 3 p.m. I just wanted to show you real quick this EOE deck that I'd been working on. So something I've just been playing around with. It's not complete, but you know, it's kind of fun to show, you know, what you've been doing. So this is actually 60 cards, but it looks thicker because, you know, it's I double sleeve my stuff, right? So we've got Dauntless Scrap Bot. That one's kind of fun. Creating lander tokens. I enjoy that. Idyllic Grange. Red Tiger Mechans, these are cool. For 4, it's a 3/3 with haste. You can warp it in for 2. Like, that's kind of despicable to warp that in for 2 and smack for 3. And then he can come back for 4 and do it again. Yeah, All Fate Stalker. This is great. Because you can warp him in, take a creature out of the board state, attack, and then that creature goes back, but on the next turn, if you've got the 4 to pay, you can bring him back in and get rid of the creature again. This guy, I'm not sure if I really want him in there for 6. Anti-Causal Vestige. When he leaves the battlefield, you get a card. And then you may put a permanent card with mana value less or equal to the number of lands you control from your hand into the battlefield tapped. I mean, it's a cool card. and you warp them out for 4. So you get to do it a couple of times, right? But I don't know if it really belongs in this deck. I'm just, trying out these EOE cards together. Scout Survivor, Extinguisher Battleship. This one's cool, but kind of hard to play for the cost of 8. And then you got to station it for 5. But it's a 10/10 flying trample, and when he comes into the board state, he destroys a target non-permanent creature and then deals 4 damage to each creature. So, I mean, it can be a board wipe as well, and it's a late game card. Orbital Plunge, Wormwall Sweeper. This is... I only had it in there because it's EOE again. I'm just trying to play around with the flavor of EOE and do like a straight EOE deck. There's only a few cards in here that aren't EOE. This one's not too potent, but it has flying, and it allows you to surveil, so I like surveil. Rust Harvester. It's a beautiful treatment on the Rust Harvester. And it has Menace for 1 and a 1/1, and he grows if you exile artifacts from your graveyard. It's pretty cool. Oh, there he is again. You know what? I'm just going to continue on here. Exosuit Savior. Another Red Tiger. The Cavron Harrier is pretty cool early game. If your opponent is struggling to get some mana on the board, you can swing a couple times for 4. Like if it's turn 3, you could have possibly at that point done 8 damage. If they're struggling to get mana onto the board. There's another beautiful art land from New Capenna. More New Capenna. Right. I just find they're beautiful, and they kind of go with the theme. Like, they look futuristic and sci-fi, so it goes with the theme. System Override, All Fate Stalker, Scout for Survivors, pulls cards out of your graveyard. So your smaller cards, like Cavron Harrier. There's a town in there. I don't know, I was just looking for red-white cards. Red-white lands. Weftblade Enhancer, really love this card because you play him for 3, you put two +1/+1 counters out, and then you play him again for 6, and you do it again. Like, you can station with him at the time. Like, it's stationing and warp is like really good combo in my opinion. All Fate Stalker, Orbital Plunge, Rayblade Trooper. So +1/+1 counters. See, I mean, this deck is kind of a little bit all over the place. Look at the beautiful EOE lands. It's a little bit all over the place for a Boros deck, but I don't know. I'm enjoying kind of playing around, changing some of these cards out. This is a cool ship, Galvanizing Saw Ship. So for 6, you play it out. It only needs 3 to station, and so if you can play it in a board state where you could station this guy right away, he has haste and flying. So 6/5. That's pretty good. Banishing Light. So my friends and I play... Snoop's asking how often do we get to play to figure out and tune the decks. My friends and I play almost weekly. Sometimes we skip a weekend. So, I get to play against really tough decks. Eventually, I want to show some of the decks that my friend Ryan and his brother and some of the other guys there have created. They've got some really powerful decks with some of them have some really awesome old school, even alpha cards. The other day, not yesterday, but last week, there was a game that we were playing, and Buddy had an actual Sliver Queen, $300 card just in his deck, playing it on the table, right? So yeah, we tend to play with some pretty awesome cards. Eventually, I'd like to document some of those decks on the channel. I'm hoping that they'll either join me and do that, or maybe they'll lend me some of those decks, and I can just show them to you guys here on the channel. Oh, well, it was so Cassandra says, fun stream. We're going to crack some packs ourselves. Have a good night. Thanks so much for coming, Cassandra. It was really great to have you and David on the stream. Thanks again for the gifts. That's so nice of you guys, and so lovely. So yes, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. So I think that's going to be it for today, you guys. Gone through a whole lot here. The Final Fantasy stuff was just awesome. As we wrap things up, I'm just going to kind of show some more of these awesome cards here that we got. Oh yeah, the awesome cards. Yeah. Again, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. We broke 50 subscribers on the channel. And today is the 50th Pack-A-Day video. So pretty cool to get a subscriber per video. And these are just short videos I'm doing. So it's pretty awesome to have your support and, to have you guys here on stream. And it's been so great, of an experience to have and share with you guys. So thank you so much. And if there's anybody that's watching today that hasn't yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. It helps me out. And if we get to 100 subscribers, I know it's cheesy, but if we do, at 100 subscribers, I'm going to open this entire box of collector boosters on stream. Yeah, I know. It's going to be despicable, right? Because look at that. It is actually a sealed Final Fantasy collector booster box. So look forward to that in the future, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. This has been a Smith Stack Live experience. Probably make this into the Pack-A-Day habit video as well. And again, just appreciate you guys so much for being here. And this has been probably the best video and, of course, obviously the best live stream that I've done so far. Because the first one was kind of not good. So thanks for sticking with me through all of this, you guys. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes. And again, just please come on back and join us here for Pack-A-Day videos. It's been a slice. And I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Bye-bye now.